In a quiet town, there's a cobblestone street nobody notices during the day. But when the clock strikes midnight, the air shimmers and an old wooden sign creaks open. Mr. Tinker's Toy Shop. For curious hearts only. 11-year-old Sophie, unable to sleep, sees the glowing sign from her bedroom window. The toy shop wasn't there yesterday. Sophie sneaks out, slippers whispering on the stones. She presses her hand to the door. It swings open on its own, and a silver bell rings a tune she's never heard before. Inside, thousands of toys hum quietly. Stuffed animals blink their button eyes. Tin soldiers salute. A rocking horse swishes its tail. The air smells of cinnamon and starlight. Behind the counter stands a tall man with spectacles shaped like moons. "Welcome, Sophie," he says. "I've been expecting you." "How do you know my name?" she asks. "I know every child who still believes in wonder," Mr. Tinker replies. He hands her a tiny clockwork bird. "Tonight, you may choose one toy, but know this. In this shop, toys choose you too." The bird springs to life, fluttering into the air. "Follow me," it chirps. Sophie follows between aisles of living dolls and whispering puzzles. Each toy seems to bow as the bird stops at a wooden door painted with stars. "Only midnight hearts may enter," it sings. Sophie turns the knob and steps through. She emerges in a hidden room full of giant, life-size toys. A carousel whirling without music, a castle of cards taller than houses, and a train made of brass and candy. A golden teddy bear waves its paw and says, "Climb aboard." Sophie climbs into the train's first car. Mr. Tinker appears beside her, suddenly tiny like a toy himself. "Destinations, wherever your heart is. Most curious," he says, pulling a lever. The train zooms through a tunnel of twinkling stars. Out the window Sophie sees oceans of bouncing balls, fields of flying kites, and entire cities built from blocks. She gasps. "Is this real?" "As real as you wish," Mr. Tinker answers. "Every toy holds a world. And tonight, you're inside them." The train stops at a kingdom made entirely of marbles that roll like rivers. Sophie steps out, marbles swirling under her feet like water, but holding her up. Marble birds take flight, singing glassy notes. A marble queen bows to Sophie and places a crown on her head. "Thank you for remembering us," the queen says. Back on the train, Sophie travels to a paper airplane sky where she rides folded jets through clouds of cotton candy. Each world feels like one of her own daydreams made real. Finally, the bird leads her to a room glowing gold, a hall of forgotten toys. Old, dusty playthings line the shelves, each with a flicker of light in its chest. "These are toys whose children grew up and forgot," Mr. Tinker says softly. Sophie picks up a ragged bunny. Its light flickers weakly. "What happens to them?" she asks. "They fade, unless someone remembers," Mr. Tinker says. Sophie hugs the bunny and whispers, "I remember you." The bunny's light brightens, and all the toys in the hole sigh in relief. "Your kindness keeps our worlds alive," Mr. Tinker says, eyes shining. The clockwork bird lands on her shoulder. It's nearly dawn. It chirps. The train reverses, rolling through the worlds in reverse. Marble kingdom, paper flame, sky, block cities. Back in the toy shop, everything is still and quiet. The toys return to their shelves, frozen like ordinary playthings. Only the bunny in her arms still wiggles its nose. Mr. Tinker hands her a tiny silver key. This opens our door whenever you need us. But remember, only at midnight. Sophie looks around. The shop already seems to fade like mist. She runs home as the first sunlight touches the street. From her window she sees only an empty brick wall where the toy shop had been. But the bunny sits on her bed, alive and warm. That night, Sophie waits with the silver key in her hand. As the clock strikes midnight, she hears the soft chime of a silver bell somewhere in the dark. She smiles, knowing that when the world feels dull, Mr. Tinker's toy shop will always open its door to her and any child who still believes in wonder.